We found out this morning that the economy really grew at a nice rate last year. Doug Flynn joins us, certified financial planner and co-founder of Flynn Capital Management. It was, 3.3% in the fourth quarter at an annual rate and 3.1% for the year. We knew last year was good, but it closed out the year even better than expected. And I've said this at the top of the show today that you're going to hear the president certainly come out. It's an election year to say this is why I need to be reelected. At the same time, you hear people sometimes in your business say, wait a second, it might be slowing down this year. So not only what do you think of that number, where do you think we're headed?
Yeah, I mean, the number is really good. The expectation on out there was about 2%, not 3.3%. So it's actually quite good. Yeah. We also got some really good inflation numbers out today, too. The Fed's favorite number, the PCE core number, came in right at 2%, which is their target. So basically, we know that the Fed has got to start lowering rates in the next couple of months. Now it's a have to. I don't know if it's translating very well to the average person, though. They seem to think that things, I mean, look, prices are definitely up from a couple of years ago. And so even though inflation is going down, it just means that the prices that are going up a little bit smaller by percentage every year, but they're still up from a couple of years ago. And I think people feel that. They don't feel like, oh, inflation's down and that's a great thing.
And where do you think the numbers are actually going, no matter what people think of it now? Do you think that this kind of growth can be sustained this year?
Yeah, I mean, if you have non-inflationary growth and you have low unemployment and, that's a wonderful mix. I mean, you really can't ask for much more than that. And so now that means if that's the case, if that's what we're going to have, and we're not going to get that recession that has been over-predicted 100 times, and things are just kind of going to settle in, then the interest rates are too high. And then if rates come down, that's going to be another plus to people. So it'll be interesting to see how things play out between now and Election Day, because the Fed doesn't necessarily like to be political and doesn't want to do anything that's perceived to benefit one side or the other. But this is a good backdrop, no question.
Let me ask you about Tesla. We'll bring up the stock while we talk about it, because it had a really, really rough day today. Elon Musk's company, or one of his companies, it was down, as you see there, by $25 or 12%. The headline in the Wall Street Journal is Tesla projects slower growth in 2024 as EV, electric vehicle, demand softens. So Musk basically comes out and says demand is softening. And the way I read what he said is he said, well, the only way we're going to get things going again if I, Elon Musk, start making some cheaper Teslas for people to buy. So what's going on here?
Yes. I mean, they have lowered prices, but they're in a pretty good competition with BYD over in China. Now, they don't sell cars in the U.S., but you're finding them in Europe, and they're certainly outselling them now in China, even though Tesla is in China. So they have to come up with something. And although that lower cost model isn't going to come out until the end of 2025. But the interesting thing about this to me is that the market, Wall Street, was expecting a 21% increase in deliveries for 2024 over 2023. And he's just saying, I'm not going to meet that huge increase. He may still put out as many as he did last year, but the expectation was so high, he's now trying to lower that expectation and say, I'm not going to come anywhere close to that. So that's when you miss expectations. What Wall Street does to you is now punish your stock.
Yeah, you punish your stock today, but then if you jump over them later, then you get the reward for that in the stock price, and that's the way the game is played. You drink tea or coffee mostly, or neither? Coffee, right?
Me, coffee.
Coffee,
absolutely.
Not tea. Well, no, just that. We had a segment, it surprised me last hour, about tea, and apparently it's a big deal that a lot of people, people put salt in their tea, and I didn't know anything about that, and it's disgusting, and we spent way too much time on it then, so we won't talk about it now. But anyway, just curious. Coffee, that's what I figured. Thank you, Doug. We'll talk to you soon.
You bet.